we all know that I struggle with names that are not Nigerian. I'm working on myself. We all have our flaws. Okay, this is my own. Take me as I am. Welcoming on stage the president of the Loisirs Numériques. Please welcome with me on stage, Mickael Newton. Put your hands together, please. Welcome, sir. Welcome. I feel like it's the students that had the energy.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. That's me. Oh, nice. I hope you're well. I'm so French, so I will do that presentation with my so French accent. And I hope it will be interesting for you, because we will talk about video games and the power of the video games are part of bringing fun to you players. So, I'll be a little bit harsh with my next, please. 1, 2, and okay. Is it better? Okay. I'll be a little bit harsh with the transition between the slides. So please, next slide. And there is a lot of different animations, so let's go. I have 30 minutes, so I'll try to be quick. Okay, please go back, yes. Okay, we have this game. I have one question, 3 options. This game, there is 3 possibilities about what it brings to video game sector. This is Alba. Is this girl exist in real life? Option A. Option B, next point, please. This game contribute to have a better planet, a planet in a better shape. Or option C, I don't care. I don't know this game. Who for option A? No one for the first option? Okay. For the B, not so much people. Okay. And option C. Okay, the majority of the room is for option C. Please give us the answer. It's the B. I'll explain later, but this game is very, very important in the video game sector in terms of bringing something that is valuable. Next slide, please. So I'm Mickael Newton. I am in charge of different things in the video game sector, especially in France, but I'm contributing. I'm very passionate about how the video games industry is growing in Africa. I'm doing my own studies. I'm writing some articles about the different countries and what is in stake in the video game sector, especially in Africa. My previous article, my last article, was about Nigeria specifically. It was 1 month ago. And the next article will be about Senegal. So I am part of Afro Gamers. Afro Gamers means female gamers, basically from African diaspora. It's a French association linked to different countries in Africa, and the idea is to support female players, female streamers in the video game sectors, and bring opportunities to develop her career, to have possibilities to meet professional people in the video game sector. I'm also the founder of Loisirs Numériques, which means digital leisure. It's a general association that brings animation and event in video games. And also Ubisoft. I'm working at Ubisoft as a social impact manager. Social impact means what you can bring a part of video games, give value to video games sector, video games action as a company. And I'm also fond of fighting games. That's why you can see the villager and so on. Thank you for this slide. Yes, just a little timeline about the video game sector for people who don't know specifically how it evolves. I'll be very quick on this one because I am an old guy. I'm 45 right now, and video games is very important to my heart, so I can spend hours with in those slides. So in the 80s, you know maybe Pac-Man, and you better know Mario. The Mario began in 1983, if I remember well. The game was a bunch of pixels and not so agreeable to our eyes. And it evolves a little bit in the 90s with Japanese games mostly. Games like Street Fighter, Tetris, and so on. It was a majority of 2D games because games weren't available in terms of power of the machines, the devices, sorry. And it evolves very quickly during the years 2000 and 2010. 3D is coming, games that are more open world, for example, and games like Minecraft to create your own experiences through video games. And we are talking about metaverse, we are talking about open world, as I say. You can do some concert in Fortnite, for example. It was a great example from Hugo earlier about how Fortnite evolves along the years. And yeah, video games is not only single sole media among the others. It's relying on different stories. For example, if you take The Witcher is a book, originally a book from Poland. It evolves, there is like 6 or 7 books to read. And the first version of the game was released at the end of the 2000s years with Geralt, that you know, and a famous Witcher series that you know. And the game was the breakthrough in with Witcher series. It was the core moment for the success of the brand, and it leads to the series. And there is a lot of different things in the video games that have such stories. For example, you have Space Invaders. In Paris, you have different walls with examples of Space Invaders that you have to chase with your phones and discover the city via this way, but it's a real video game. And a lot of different series. We talked, Bukola talked about The Last of Us, for example, Super Mario Bros. That is an exceptional movie in terms of converting video games logic into a movie. Arcane, there is so many video games transformed into movies. So yeah, game right now it's something that is important in the landscape of culture. So the sector have to take its responsibility in terms of being something valuable that is conscious about our limits, about what we can do together, about what we, in terms of learnings, in terms of different things that you can do apart of video games. Yes, next slide, please, to be a little quicker. Thank you very much. Okay, so I will talk about social innovation. What is social innovation? Social innovation is what you can bring to the society in terms of new ideas to resolve new problems, modern problems, for example. Next slide, please. In terms of education, really enjoyed this website, the Khan Academy. It's a free website. You can find different knowledge, different courses available for everyone, whatever your level in school, and it's free, and it will be definitely endlessly free. Other example, this neighborhood cooperative in my city at Choisy-le-Roi in France, very close to Paris, the suburbs. It's just a store with people that are volunteer to have articles that are affordable compared to what you can find in supermarkets. And it's a super cool idea because you can have good products at an affordable price and just handled by a volunteer. Again, it's a way to take the lead on the different big structures, big companies, and so on. So what the video games can bring to everyone, apart of fun. I really enjoyed this example from Xbox. It was during COVID, if I remember well. The idea was to support the elder generation thanks to video games, to play video games with our grandparents and so on. So they did a super campaign about that. It was Xbox Beyond Generation, and it leads young people to play with the seniors, and really enjoyed this campaign. And yeah, if we talk about specific benefits that video games can bring to your experience, knowledge, self-confidence. When you play the game and you achieve certain challenges, you grow yourself, you learn by doing, by succeeding your different challenges. Exploration, when you have open worlds that are like Assassin's Creed, you discover a new city that you don't know in real life. Next slide, please. Emotions through video games, for example, when you're playing horror video games, a very interesting video games that is very personal to a creator. For example, I know I really enjoy games that are very personal when there is a question of resolving personal problems and so on. There was many video games like that. Self-expression, games like Just Dance that are about physical activity, very, very cool also. And yeah, I have this example of this association named Silver Geek. It is a French association, very close to what Xbox did with Xbox Beyond Generation. It's to create some esport events with seniors. And it's brilliant in France, in Paris Games Week. Each year there is a huge scene. They are playing Wii Sports, and it's the mood is very agreeable, very, very cool. Next slide, thank you. At Ubisoft, we are doing different events. I won't go into details, but there is a special one. You cannot see it right now, but it's to create playrooms in hospitals for children, or especially children that don't have the possibility to be in a funny mood because of their situation. So we are just, can you go back to the previous slide, please? The previous one. Again, thank you very much. Yeah, so the playroom, we are just installing those rooms dedicated to video games, and we are sending colleagues to accompany those children. Like once a month, we are in partnership with different hospitals around around Paris, but also around all France. And we are copy-pasting this initiative, the playrooms, in different countries where Ubisoft is, because we are in between 12 and 30 countries all around the world. And this game, Rabbids Coding, it's a game about programming. Basically, it's free. It's free without any ads in it. And this game is very, very useful for our professors, for our teachers, for our parents, to bring the logic of programming to the younger generation. And during COVID, for example, we had some colleagues that did their own courses on Twitch to just teach the younger generation the basic of coding. So very interesting way to bring video games at its top in terms of apart of what you can do to sensitize players about different things. Like Scratch, maybe you know Scratch. It is a tool that we use in France to learn programming directly in school. Games like Minecraft, for example, did their own thing by bringing some kind of tool to create your own experience dedicated to education. Assassin's Creed, as I said before, has its own feature that permits to discover the different countries, different areas in the games. For example, the Assassin's Creed in Egypt, Assassin's Creed Origins, has this discovery tour feature, and you have the possibility to click on the different object and discover more than the core story of the game. You don't have the blade, the different things that are just violent and tied to the core story. You discover the area, you're discussing with the historical characters and so on, and it's brilliant. And with Rabbit's Coding, we did, for example, an initiative with students to create the content, the additional content, the DLCs in the game, thanks to students that are in programming. So it was a contest, basically. They have to submit their own level, and we implement the best levels in the game, and it was super cool. It's a smart way to give visibility to those students, make them meet people at Ubisoft, and prepare their future in terms of recruitment and so on, trainings and so on, internships. And I really enjoyed this initiative, that is the Ancestor Library in Minecraft. It was an initiative, if I remember well, it was 10 years ago, a little bit less maybe. The idea of this initiative, it was with an NGO named Reporters Without Borders, and the idea is to give the power of the books that are not available in the different countries where there are censors. So yeah, it's existing. There is a super area that is available in Minecraft where you can find some books that are, again, not available in the different countries where they are forbidden. So I will take this example of migration in video games because there is brilliant initiatives, and it's my topic of the moment to see what is the notion of migration through video games, colonization also, because there is a lot of bad examples, but I want to focus on the good examples and how the way to contribute to have better games at giving back stories, sharing stories about people that are just in displacement situation. Recently, Vulani talked about a maze in Berlin. I was in this event. It is a super cool event in Berlin with independent video games that are open to share with people their stories and so on. I saw this game, Take Us North. Take Us North is a game about Mexican people that want to enter into the US. So it is developed by people that are very passionate about meeting people that are in the refugee camp. Next slide, please. Thank you. Again, just a little step. Thank you. They meet directly the people in the refugee camp to discuss with them, to listen about their stories, and implement that in the video game directly. They did that in partnership with the UNHCR, which is the United Nations High Council for Refugees. And it's, again, a good way to give back, to share their stories, to better know their situation as migrants, and yeah, to be conscious for everyone to accompany those movements and better understand their personal situation. And the game is actually in crowdfunding on, I don't remember the platform, but they are searching money, funding to achieve the game, and I was one of the backers of the game because I really enjoyed the idea. Thank you. Another idea from the High Council for Refugees, we are currently discussing with Ubisoft. There is no initiative with Ubisoft actually, but we are thinking about it. They are doing some kind of game jams. Do you know game jams? Is there any people that don't know game jams? I will give you a little hint about what it is. It is creating video games or experiences on the short term to motivate you to learn by doing things. So with refugees, the UNHCR are creating new device, new way to play video games thanks to the knowledge of the migrants. Thanks to the material that they have in their refugee camp to create new ways to have controllers and play video games together. They are doing controllers with plants, with different tools, with fruits. It's it's some kind of experiences, right? It's not something that is on the long term, but it's a way to stimulate together, to think about, to put them apart about their personal problems, and to have fun together and to learn about each other. Previous one, please. Just want to introduce this initiative. This initiative is about doing some games, some apps for children that are in displacement with their parents. The game is named Entura and the Letters, created by an association named Video Games Without Borders. And the idea is to have this game about literacy of the country of origin or the country where you will land. And to continue this literacy for children. And you have a dog that just learn the different letters, different words, depending on the countries. And they are implementing the game new languages depending on the situation and the refugee they meet. And it's super important. I really enjoy this initiative. Next slide, please. This one I will be quick on this one. It's an initiative from Libraries Without Borders. It's another association with Without Borders in the name. This association is about bringing culture into the different spaces, the refugee camp, the temporary camp into the cities where, in France, for example, during the winter period, there is shelters where they have people, they gather people to give them food and so on. So they have different decks that are very mobile, with TVs, with consoles, with PCs and so on, books. And they deploy this kind of decks all around the world. So they, thanks to video games, they are doing esports competition in refugee camp, for example. I don't remember the country where you can see the two girls at the back. But yeah, organizing Just Dance competition, FIFA competition, especially for girls and so on, to retake the power on their lives and their agency. And all those initiatives, you saw a bunch of initiatives that are around video games, not into video games, a part of Minecraft, for example. But I really enjoyed this example of this game. Maybe you know him. You know it, sorry. The name is This War of Mine. So, do you know This War of Mine? Raise your hand if you know this game. 1, 2. Okay. It's an indie game, kind of indie game, from Polish studio, if I remember well. The name is 11-bit Studio. It was released more than 10 years ago. It is about how the situation when you're in war, you are family, you have possibility to go out of your house. There is bombs outside and maybe enemies. So you have to search food and go back to your home and share that with your family. So thanks to the game, it's a normal game, right? It's not a game about learning how to survive. It's a normal game. It's a strategy game, basically. But thanks to this game, they give a split to the money they gather thanks to selling the video game, and they give a split to good causes. And during 2022, at the beginning of the Russian aggression towards Ukraine, they gave a split of their money gathered during 2 weeks, and they raised more than $800,000 thanks to the game. The game is really old, right? And thanks to this kind of communication, it gives an additional way to help as a player, but also as a studio themselves, to share the money to good causes. So I really enjoy. They do that very regularly from this game, and we are doing such initiative also at Ubisoft, and that's my job basically. Fortnite did the same. Maybe you are not aware about this initiative, but in February 2022, they did a comparable initiative. They unlock certain missions in the game, and all the money gathered thanks to the skin in the game, they give 100% of the profits to good causes, and they gather $144 million during 2 weeks. It's incredible. Next slide, please. So coming back to Alba, this game is, next slide, please. The name is Alba, a wildlife adventure. It's a game for children or teenagers. You are Alba during the summer period. You are with your family on an island, and the idea is to deliver to collect photos of animals all around the island, but also help the animals where they are like in a bad situation, and yeah, to have good moments with your family. That's the game basically, and each purchase of the game helps to plant a tree all around the world where it's needed, and the game is super fun. But once you purchase the game, a seed is planted somewhere in the world thanks to the game. So they help to plant more than 1 million trees all around the world because the game is a success. It's a mobile game. And yeah, this kind of initiative is very valuable, and it gives sense to the video game sector again. At Ubisoft, we did this initiative with Riders Republic, that is a game, extreme sport game. We did a climate march in the game, a virtual climate march, just not to protest, but to give visibility to an association, to a company that helped to plant trees all around the world. The name is Ecology, and during 1 week, they give some goods to the players and motivate them to do such moments, such gathering, to just talk about the earth and how to preserve it, how to sensitize other players and do good causes in real life. Next slide, please. I really enjoyed this example too. It is about an African game named This Is a True Story. It was released 5 years ago, if I remember well. And the main path of the game, the main story is you are playing this woman, you are leaving your village, and the idea is to gather water for your kids. So you have different dangers, challenges all along your path. And it was done, this game was created in partnership with Charity Water. That is an association that sensitizes players about giving water that is sanitized to people in Africa. And even the game is very, very simple and super short. I think it's very brilliant this way to sensitize players and people that are playing such video games. Next slide, please. And this game isn't released yet. It's a French game. Samora, that you can see at the bottom left, is a streamer. He is passionate about giving stories, sharing stories about black people, diaspora, African diaspora, all around the world, people from West Indies. I'm personally from French West Indies, so it calls to my heart. Yeah, there is, so can you go back to the previous one? Thank you. And in Guadeloupe, particularly, there is problems about how to bring water to people in their houses, in their homes. So he's doing an adventure game. He's creating an adventure game where it talks about how to bring water to people all around the West Indies. So he's doing that by himself with a friend or two. And it's super cool, again, to give such visibility, because the government, for example, will be more aware about what is important to people. Next slide, please. I have 2 or 3 slides more. This example is what we can do with video games, the idea of contributing to video game sector. With Loisirs Numériques, my association, we have created this scholarship for students that are in video game sector, in France particularly. When you want to create video games, generally, the companies like Ubisoft is recruiting people that did some private schools dedicated to video game creation. And it's super expensive. So with Loisirs Numériques, that is a part of Ubisoft again, we created this scholarship dedicated to those young people. Each year we select between 5 and 10 students, and we accompany them until the end of their study by giving them mentorship, by giving them money for their everyday expenses, but also paying their schools. And we are following them until they reach their first job. So we accompanied like 30 students, and we continue to have a discussion regularly with them. Other events at Loisirs Numériques, each year we are creating an event named Desert Bus for Hope, with a game that is an experience. It's not a game that has been released, it's a prototype with a bus, a very annoying game. Really, it's annoying. You can download it and you will see by yourself. It's, the idea is to drive this bus to its destination, and the destination you have to drive during 8 hours in real life to reach the destination. It's the American desert, and the road is very, very straight, and the bus is leading to the left or the right. I don't remember specifically. So you just have to push the accelerator and have the direction of the bus during 8 hours. And we are doing back and forth during all the weekend and raising money for good causes. We are supporting an association that realized the dream of the young children that are in the hospitals, very sick, and we are doing that since 2013. Many events in France this kind. The event is the most famous one in France, but we were there before them. And yeah, there is like dozens of events like that. People on Twitch that just motivate people and the different communities to give money to good causes thanks to video games. Yeah, I think it's the last slide. Please go to the next slide just to check that. Next slide, please. And yeah, thank you very much for your attention. I don't know if we could take some questions. If it's possible. There is a question there. Is there any microphone for? Yes.
Thank you very much, Mickael. I just have one curious question. So you mentioned Loisirs Numériques, the scholarship that you guys provide. My curious question is, does it also apply to like some of us that are Nigerians?
I see you coming. Yeah, it's a good question because it is the idea. At the very beginning, it was created for French students, but the idea is to galvanize the possibility to go beyond Europe. So we want to create an African chapter. It's not released, it's not active yet because we want partners that are companies to fund this initiative prior to announce it. So once we will have like our first partners that gives money to the initiative, we will be able to share that to 1 to more students, whatever the countries. For example, if there are Nigerian companies supporting the idea, for sure we will trigger that for next year. That's the plan. Other question? So if we are okay, I'm okay. Thank you very much again.